Good day to all our listeners. On this special occasion of World Environment Day, we have invited over some amazingly talented and brilliant students of Lima Aier Higher Secondary School. We are excited to be a part of a global movement to protect and celebrate our planet. This day reminds us that the Earth is not just our home, but a shared responsibility. Through this short program, we will be bringing you messages of hope, awareness, and simple actions that we can all take, whether young or old, to take care for nature and fight against pollution, climate change, and environmental damage. Let's remember, every small step counts when it comes to saving our planet. Happy World Environment Day.
On the occasion of World Environment Day 2025, students from Lima Aier Higher Secondary School present a special radio talk show on 90.8 Hills FM. Aligning with this year's global theme, Our Land, Our Future. Through engaging discussions, real-life stories, and scientific insights, the students aim to raise awareness about land degradation, climate action, and sustainable practices, calling on every listener to become a steward of the earth.
Hello, Eco-Champions of Nagaland. You're listening to 90.8 Hills FM, where we don't just talk about change, we grow it. I am Liana of Class 8 from Lima Aier Higher Secondary School, and today is World Environment Day 2025, a day that reminds us our land is our legacy. Joining me in the studio are three of my schoolmates, Aliana of Class 1, Abigail of Class 6, and Mandana of Class 10.
Hello everyone. This day gives me chills because change is happening.
Hello Liana, Aliana, and listeners of 90.8 Hills FM. The warning signs are clear. We must act now or lose our land forever.
And policy needs to catch up with the warning signs. We need stronger laws and stronger action to save our environment.
Before we dive in, let's take 30 seconds of silence to reflect what kind of earth do we want to leave behind.
Segment 1. The History and Global Impact of World Environment.
Many celebrate World Environment Day, but can you tell me a little bit about how it started?
It began in 1972 at the UN Stockholm Conference, which is the first global environmental summit. By 1974, the first official World Environment Day was celebrated with the theme Only One Earth.
And now over 150 countries participate, where this year's theme is Our Land, Our Future, which is a warning and a promise.
Why is land degradation such a global crisis?
Let me quote some shocking stats for all of you. UNCCD has listed that 40% of Earth's land is degraded, and that by 2050, 90% could be degraded if we don't act. And most surprisingly, India loses 30 football fields of forest every hour.
And in Nagaland, we see landslides, vanishing springs, and soil turning to dust.
So, what's the solution?
Afforestation. And let's not forget policy-level action. India's National Afforestation Program and Kampa funds are examples. But we need better enforcement and transparency to make them work.
Segment 2. The Science of Trees, How They Save Us.
Alright, class is in session. Science time with Professor Abigail. So, tell us, why are trees basically superheroes?
Great question, Liana. Let me drop some tree facts like leaves in autumn. First off is carbon capture. Did you know one mature tree can absorb 22 kilograms of carbon dioxide per year?
Whoa, that's like the carbon dioxide from a car driving 80 kilometers.
Exactly. Now imagine this. 1 acre of forest can absorb up to 2.5 tons of carbon dioxide annually. Multiply that by millions of acres. Nature's doing some serious heavy lifting.
So, trees are like the planet's air purifiers?
You got it. And that's just part of the story. Trees also help regulate water. According to the World Bank, trees reduces the risk of flooding by 20%. Their roots hold the soil, absorb rain, and recharge groundwater.
That's huge. especially in hilly places like Nagaland where flash floods are a big issue.
Exactly. And fewer floods means fewer disasters and less costs to local governments. It's an economic win too.
Yup, and let's not forget, trees are biodiversity hubs. Around 80% of all land-based animals, birds, and insects lives in forests. It's their home.
And for farmers, trees mean richer soil, natural fertilizers from falling leaves, shade for crops, and protection from wind erosion. Plus, fruit trees are beneficial for all because they bear fruits and will generate income as well.
And in many states, agroforestry is being encouraged by policy. It helps farmers grow sustainably while contributing to reforestation goals.
Alright, Abigail, pop quiz. If trees are so amazing, how many do we need to fight climate change?
The answer's big. According to the Trillion Tree Campaign, we could plant 1.2 trillion trees worldwide. That alone could absorb the last 10 years of global carbon dioxide emissions.
But it's not that simple, right? Planting trees isn't enough. We also need to protect the forests we already have. Deforestation is still a major problem.
Good point. And what about tree types? Can we just plant any tree anywhere?
Excellent question. Not all trees are equal. In Nagaland and other northeast states, we must focus on native species like oak, alder, pine, and bamboo that thrive naturally and support local wildlife. Fruit-bearing trees like guava, mango, and jamun are also great for food security, shade, and income. But we must avoid invasive species like eucalyptus. They grow fast but guzzle water and harm local ecosystems.
Eucalyptus might smell nice, but it's a water hog, especially dangerous in areas with water scarcity.
So the real formula is right tree plus right place plus long-term care will give a real impact.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Liana.
Let's plant smart, not just fast.
And let's make sure policies support these actions. Schools, communities, and even local governments must be part of this green mission.
Coming up next is how a small village in Nagaland restored a whole hillside through community reforestation. Stay tuned.
Segment 3. Real Stories, Local Heroes.
Now, inspiring tales from Nagaland. Aliana, could you kindly share one to us and our listeners?
In Konoma village, farmers regrew 200 hectares of forest using traditional drum cultivation plus new techniques. Now, even tigers are returning, proving that the forest is truly alive again.
And in Mokokchung, students planted 10,000 trees in 2024, where their campaign, Each One, Plant One, went viral nationally.
These efforts are so powerful, especially when backed by the Nagaland State Biodiversity Board and Forest Department. Policy plus people is equal to progress.
Listeners, call in. Have you planted a tree? Share your story at 8798099630.
Segment 4. Soil Crisis. Why Nagaland's land is crying.
What's that sound? Doesn't seem simply like the usual rain, does it? It's not just rain, it's our soil washing away with every storm. Abigail, tell us what's happening.
It's a silent crisis, Liana. Nagaland's soil and our land is disappearing, literally and fast.
But how? What's causing it?
There are three main reasons our soil is disappearing. First, deforestation. When trees are cut down, we lose the roots that normally hold the soil in place. Second, overgrazing. Too many cattle eat young plants before they can grow, leaving the ground bare and vulnerable. And third, climate change. Stronger. More frequent rainstorms hit the land hard, and without roots or vegetation to protect it, the soil simply washes away.
That's heartbreaking. Soil isn't just dirt, it's life. Crops, trees, even water system depend on it.
So what can we do? How can we heal our land?
There's hope. Communities across Nagaland are taking action. Solutions include terrace farming. You'll see it in places like Zuneboto. Farmers carve steps into hillsides. This slows water and traps the soil. Cover crops. Planting peanuts, beans, or even wild grass between main crops protects the soil from erosion. Plus, they fix nitrogen, which is a bonus fertilizer. Composting. Turning your kitchen waste into black gold. Organic compost enriches the soil and reduces dependence on chemical fertilizers.
I saw a village near Futsuro using banana peels and ash to make compost. I must say it's a simple act and it really works.
And don't forget agroforestry, which is mixing trees with crops. You get fruit, firewood, and protection for the soil.
True, and even contour trenches. These are small channels dug along the land slope and can stop rainwater from rushing downhill and taking soil with it.
Also worth noting, the Ministry of Rural Development runs watershed programs to support these solutions. Students can even join eco clubs and campaign for their village councils to adopt them.
Our land doesn't have to cry. With the right practices, we can make it sing again.
Let's bring back the balance. Soil safe, crops thriving, forest breeding.
Coming up next is how one school turned their playground into a thriving organic garden using only compost and cover crops. Don't miss it.
Segment 5, Urban Green Revolution.
Cities need trees too. We can start by practicing guerrilla gardening, which is planting in empty lots where greenery is missing. Even small steps like growing herbs and flowers on our balconies make a difference. And most importantly, we should actively demand more green spaces from our local leaders.
Did you know Tokyo mandates green roofs on skyscrapers and Delhi's tree ambulance saves all trees?
Alright Dimapur and Kohima, let's turn our down from grey to green.
Our local town councils can play a big role in urban tree policies, garden subsidies, and even fines for illegal tree cutting. Let's push for it.
Segment 6, What can you do?
Here are some simple daily actions we can all cultivate in our everyday lives. Carry a reusable water bottle to avoid plastic waste. Walk short distances instead of using vehicles to reduce emissions, and plant at least one tree every year. Just imagine the impact if every listener did this.
There are also some movements we can all join to take collective action, such as the Fridays for Future Nagaland chapter and the Green Youth Nagaland group on Facebook.
Okay friends, here's a final challenge for all of us. This week, plant or protect one tree and tag #NagalandGoGreen. We have covered signs, stories, and solutions. Now let's pledge. I will protect my land for it holds my future. This is Liana with Aliana, Abigail, and Mendena. The earth isn't ours, we're borrowing it from our children. Let's return it better than we found it.